Hello guys, Cat, and in today's Battlecats video, I'm ranking the Dynamite Uber set to see where all the units stand. So this could be a typical S to F tier list, so let's go right into it. Starting off, we have Marauder Cat, who everyone's familiar with, but for all the wrong reasons. I mean, I would rather use Mineko than him. His price is high, low range, low base stats. His true form's a little better, but Paladin Cat still gets a D tier. Next we have Satoru, who is one of the few AKU units that we could see in the game right now. So base stats are all right. Has some long range. He's situational. I'll give him a B minus, not a full B, but a B minus, because he's only good against one trait, and against that trait he does well against, but not exceptionally well. So moving on, true form. Yeah, same deal. I don't know this unit too well enough. I don't know Satoru too well enough to give a very advanced rating on him, but I have him, I've used him, and he's good against AKU, but I wouldn't put him in a lineup against any other trait. Moving on, we have Balrog Cat, who is going to be one of the few, if not the only S tier on this list, because everyone these days seems to have a Hypermax Balrog Cat, full talents, everything. And Balrog Cat is very useful for speedrunning stages, dealing burst damage. I mean, if you use him with Can and Awaken Bahamut Cat, then you get a really strong mix of offense that will get its money back within a second or two, depending on how you operate it. So as long as there are not too many meat shields in the round, Balrog Cat is an easy S. And even if not, the Cat Cannon bring a wave attacker in. He's paired well with Crazed Macho Cat, so the shockwaves and stuff free the pawns out and deal huge damage on the boss. Also, his attack up when he's down to a third health and he doubles his damage. I mean, it's insane. Moving on to the evolved form. Now, the evolved form is still a pretty good unit, don't get me wrong, but the stats are lower and you're not going to have talents. So it might still be more expensive depending on whether or not you buy his cost down talent. So worse stats, more expensive. So I still believe he's a good unit for beginners. He's going to go over Satoru and he's going to be a B tier in his evolved form. But once you get him to his true form, he's a beast. Moving on to Momoko, who is the legend rare of this set and one of the best legend rares in the game. I wouldn't say an S tier, but she's an A tier if you can get her hands on her. I mean, she's a good unit and one of the better legends. So I'll give her an A tier. We have Las Vos, who varies drastically from his evolved and normal forms to his true form because of the stat boosts and everything. I mean, he's not the same unit. He's just such a tank in this evolved form, his true form. His stat boosts offer him some usage. So when he's true form, he'll slide somewhere into the B's. Right there. Moving on, we have the evolved form of Cat Machine, who I think is a pretty decent tanker, but there are other options if you don't have him. Cat Machine, if you didn't know, is a frontline tank against Alien and Red, and deals some decent damage. In the evolved form, he's only so useful though. B minus. Now, one of my favorite units from this set, when used in the right situation and used correctly, is one of the best in the set. But if you don't use him correctly, he's mid. Cats in the Cradle has a lot of damage, specializes against multiple traits, and has a good amount of health. Not a ton for being a frontliner, but he has 200 range, so you can still meat shield him and he won't take every hit. I'm going to give the true form an A minus. Very consistent. His biggest problem, though, is that he misses. So if he misses a shot, he has a long reload time, and he doesn't get the wave. So you'll have to wait 10 seconds in between if he misses. But when he hits, he hits. All right. We have an event Nurse Cat and a normal Nurse Cat. So they're both decent units, but they're replaceable by Sanzo, Fishman, forgetting the other one. But yeah, Cameraman, you could throw him in. Bishop Cat, they're all replacements for her. But if you need a solid Uber, she could help you through Empire of the Cats and maybe some of Cats of the Cosmos or into the future. But once you get to Cats of the Cosmos, then, she loses her value. Same when you get to the deeper part into Stories of Legend. So, for the new players, she's probably a B, but if you're endgame, middle endgame, she drops down pretty quickly. So I'm going to give her a C+. She's not necessarily bad as a unit, but other units replace her. Alright, so we have Ice Cat and the evolved form. I think we have Ice Queen Cat here, the true form. The last time I've used her was probably against Neandum, not gonna lie. Nothing special about this unit. Doesn't even have guaranteed freeze. So maybe her true form, I'm not sure, but I know her first two are 50%. And her true form, by the time you get it, it's almost irrelevant because you'll either have a better unit or your stats and your cats are good and you're not going to need her. So she gets a C-. If players use her, comment down below because I have not heard of many people getting carried by Ice Cat. Alright, one of the newest Ubers, if not the newest, Cat Tengu. So on its own, not super great, but against its traits, which are Red, Angel, and Colossal enemies, pretty solid. Not a lot of people have gotten him yet because he's new. But I think he's a good specialist, and he'll go in the B tier. And last but not least, we have Cat Clan heroes, which are arguably the worst, probably second worst behind Paladin. Even true form doesn't fully solve its problems. It helps them a little bit. But even as a true form, they get a C-. So this is my list. At the top, we have Balrog, and it goes down to Paladin. If you guys agree, disagree, have any thoughts or comments, make sure to leave them down below in the comments section. Also, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to turn on notifications, like, and subscribe as it helps grow the channel, and it is greatly appreciated. Sparring Cat, signing off. See you in the next one.